Du siehst Sky Sport. Hier ist Golf zu Hause.
I think the Challenge Tour is like the school before the graduation.
If you want to get on the European Tour, you have to go through a challenge.
Now you're playing for the European Tour. I mean, all the games you see on TV since you are a kid.
Every season's a new opportunity to play well and do some good things.
Achieving my own goals is probably really the most enjoyable part of it.
I was looking forward to it, and then I wasn't looking forward to it because I've been here a lot of times.
And I turned pro. I'm really looking forward to see where my game takes me.
I guess I've become a bit more sort of professional. Gave me that experience of what each event was like. Every year it seems to be getting stronger and stronger, and to be able to call yourself a winner out here is definitely an impressive achievement.
Wie bei jeder großen Reise beginnt auch unsere mit einem ersten Schritt. Europas größte Talente waren für ein weltweites Abenteuer bereit. Im November würden sich die besten 16 für die European Tour qualifiziert haben. Auf einer Reise in 27 Turnieren und 21 Ländern über 3 Kontinente.
It was very exciting because I saw a couple of good tournaments I really wanted to play. When I saw on TV the guys playing in Turkey, I mean, they are playing unbelievable courses there.
I was looking forward to it. I thought I can finally get that top 15. I had a good feeling about it. It's never an easy task after having played almost a full season on the European Tour to come back here and just do the same thing.
Seit über einem Vierteljahrhundert hat sich die Challenge Tour zu einer Quelle neuer Champions entwickelt. In den letzten Jahren war das nicht anders. Rafa Cabrera Bello, Matthew Fitzpatrick, Alex Noren und Andrew Johnston dienten für die Spieler in diesem Jahr als Vorbilder.
On European Tour at the moment, there's a lot of guys that have come through Challenge Tour and then gone on to Main Tour and done well. So obviously that's put us all in sort of good stead, the guys that are going on to Main Tour next year.
I turned pro in April after the Masters. The first objective was to secure a category for 2017. The second one was to go on the tour.
I really looked at 2016 as a year that I could play well, having come off some good results in December, January period in South Africa, and then heading into the Kenya Open.
Die Saison begann mit der Barclays Kenya Open und einer interessanten Neuerung. Zum ersten Mal dürfen Amateure ihre gewonnenen Punkte für die Rangliste mitnehmen, wenn sie im weiteren Verlauf ins Profilager wechseln. Eine Motivation beispielsweise für den Amateur-Champion Romain Langasque.
I remember the Kenya was my first event. I was really happy because I can play for point, not for the money, but for point, and that was really important for me. That was an amazing week. I was lucky to visit with you a kind of school, and that was like, okay, you play golf, you're lucky, man, so enjoy. And I think that moment helped me to make a good result.
Der Franzose begann die Finalrunde im Cairn Country Club mit 5 Schlägen Rückstand auf den führenden Sebastian Söderberg.
I had some good results on the Sunshine Tour in January and February and really knew I was in good form. It was a place that I'd played 2 Kenya Opens before. Bernd's a great player. Him and Christian Bezuidenhout were about 5-6 under through 12 holes, I think, so I was really just riding their coattails.
I played quite well, and I felt that I actually, I thought that I might have a chance to win. I remember thinking what score I might need to be on to have a chance, but Sebastian just played really well and deserved to win there. And then Romain, obviously still being an amateur back then, you could see already that he has quite some talent.
700, the last one, I can't do any better. That was important result for me, and I think my season is because I make also a good tournament in Kenya.
Es war am Ende Söderberg, der sich den Titel holte. Dank einer 67 gewann der Schwede den ersten Titel der Saison 2016. Nach einer 6-jährigen Pause kehrte die Challenge Tour erstmals wieder nach Ägypten zurück. Während Romain Langasque sein Profidebüt gab, stahl ein Profi von einer Satellitentour allen die Show.
It was my first year on Challenge Tour and I graduated for Europro. I managed to win one of the events early on in Europro and then win the grand final. So that gave me that confidence boost knowing that I could sort of win at that level.
Nach einer 63 Anfang der Woche ging Jordan Smith mit 2 Schlägen Vorsprung in die Finalrunde. Würde es zum Sieg reichen?
6 under par each round because I knew there was going to be someone that would shoot 63 or 62, so I just had to go out and make as many birdies as I could.
Smith teilte sich mit Joel Girbach die Führung, als er an der 16 ein Par 3 ein Utility in der Hand hatte.
Just a perfect shot. I think it was about 245 yards into the back left pin to about 1.5 feet. So I couldn't have hit it any better.
Ihm gelang auf dem schweren Loch das Birdie. Girbach spielte nur das Bogey.
Probably didn't sink in till later on that night when obviously I got all the messages through, phone calls, and sort of actually sat down and realised what had happened.
Dank einer 69 holte sich Jordan Smith seinen ersten Challenge-Tour-Titel.
Obviously it took that pressure off of going out and having to secure my card, sort of not worry about the money issue or not playing next year, so yeah, obviously it always helps.
Als Führender der Rangliste reiste der Engländer zum ersten Tourstopp in Europa nach Madrid. Dort hoffte der Spanier Pep Anglès auf seinen Erfolg. Aber der Titel ging an den eingeladenen Schotten Duncan Stewart, der nun die volle Spielberechtigung besaß. Mit einem 4. Rang in Madrid im Gepäck reiste der Franzose Mathieu Pavon mit der Tour weiter in die Türkei.
That was a dream for me to go and play in Turkey, and the course was exactly how I imagined it. Big trees, wonderful views with the water and everything. So I was just so happy to be there. It was a really good French fight, you know. I was maybe 3 or 4 under after the first 9, and then I higgled the 18 to just give me a chance. And Clément made a wonderful birdie on the last one to beat me by 1, so I was so happy to finish on the podium.
Nur eine Woche später wurde Pavon bei der Montecchia Open erneut Zweiter. Nur Gary King war besser. Nach einer einwöchigen Pause ging es in die Tschechische Republik, dem Beginn einer Serie von 17 Events in Folge.
On all the satellite tours, sort of the top 5-10 players that are obviously awesome, and it doesn't surprise me that there's so many sort of doing well. Obviously I played that course the year before, so I had sort of a bit of knowledge of it, and obviously I had that confidence. I was hitting it well, playing well, and it was just a week where it all sort of clicked together.
An der Spitze ging es eng zu, mit Alps-Tour-Qualifikant Damien Perrier in Führung, dahinter Saddier und Smith.
We had a talk and a bit of a laugh and a joke on the way around, and I think it was sort of good for all three of us that we were playing well and making birdies and sort of climbing up the leaderboards. I just carried on the way I'd played the front nine. Just had one really bad hole. I think it must have been about 15. Sort of sat me back a little bit.
Auf der 18 führte Perrier mit einem, aber seine beiden Rivalen hatten Birdie-Chancen.
I knew I had sort of quite a reasonably makeable putt. It was sort of up the hill, right to left, probably about 25 feet. And I knew Perrier sort of had a good sort of 40 feet, so I knew there was a chance of maybe a two-shot swing. But he managed to just cozy it up to about a foot, and I sort of wish I could have my putt again. My game felt as good as sort of the last bit of 2015. So, if anything, it was better. So yeah, just sort of left off from there. There was a chance of maybe finishing top of the All Merit.
Nach einem Viertel der Saison erreichte die Tour im Juni die Schweiz. Wir hatten bereits 6 unterschiedliche Sieger und nun sollte ein ehemals verletzter Golfer sich in Szene setzen.
You watch the guys, you see the live scoring, you can't compete and you're thinking, when can I compete again? Because I had this medical extension, I thought maybe I have to play on both tours and get a card on both. And with a win in Switzerland, everything changed.
A lot of Germans were very surprised that he won, me as well. So we were all happy for him. He kind of broke the boundary of a German winning, so he set it all loose almost. So it was nice, and I obviously wanted to follow in his footsteps because, I mean, I've played a lot of events on Challenge Tour in my life and never managed to win at that point.
Kein Birdie zum Abschluss, dennoch reichte es für Alexander Knappe, die Swiss Challenge mit einem Schlagvorsprung zu gewinnen.
It was my goal this year to win a Challenge Tour event. That was my biggest goal, and I was so pleased to do it early in the season, and I had wanted to win again.
Eine Woche später schaffte es der 27-Jährige fast erneut. Er führte die KPMG Trophy 3 Runden lang an, bevor er vom Belgier Thomas Detry attackiert wurde. Dennoch wurden beide noch von Simon Forsstrom überholt, der sich seinen ersten Titel holte. Die 64 war für den ehemaligen Nordic League-Spieler der Garant für den Erfolg. Anschließend ging es nach Frankreich, ins Städtchen Saint-Omer, wo die einheimischen Stars im Mittelpunkt stehen wollten.
I'm training all year long with Romain Langasque and Adrien Sadier. So we just try to help each other, and it was so good to have a tournament in France and to be represented like that.
Every French player helped the other one to get like high. So that's important to have a good spirit like that, and this is always fun to have like a little concurrence with other French guys.
Aber der Neuseeländer Ryan Fox, mit European Tour-Erfahrung ausgestattet, wollte ihnen einen Strich durch die Rechnung machen. Er, der die erneute Tourkarte so knapp verpasste.
It was very frustrating. Probably took me a good 6 months to get over it. At the start of this year wasn't very pretty on the golfing front either. And I'd played poorly, and it was a very easy decision to come back and play Challenge and start at Saint-Omer again, which was my first event last year. held on to a top 10, and nice to get a little bit of reward for 4 decent rounds compared to what I'd got probably the first 10 or 12 events I'd played. At that point I was also looking for ranking points for the Olympics, so that sort of kick-started that a little bit as well.
12 Jahre nach seinem ersten Saint-Omer-Sieg holte sich ein emotionaler Portugiese seinen ersten Sieg seit 2009. Lima ließ 12 harte Monate hinter sich und gewann sein 4. Challenge-Tour-Turnier. Fox wurde 7. und eine Woche später 2. in Schottland hinter James Heath, um sich auf Rang 15 in der Rangliste zu verbessern. Heath spielte in Schottland wie ausgewechselt. Zuvor scorte er gerade mal 2 unter in der Saison. Und nun 21 unter Par in 4 Runden zu seinem ersten Sieg in 10 Jahren. Nach einem Drittel der Saison verließ die Tour Spy Valley und reiste zur Made in Denmark Challenge auf einem schweren Platz.
I came to Denmark quite late, and then the guys told me who has played a practice round before, well, the course is quite tight. And then I played it coming from Cologne, like from a very tough course setup. And I thought, well, this is actually quite easy off the tee, so it did suit my eye.
John Hahn hatte gleich am ersten Loch Probleme und das Up and Down zum Triple Bogey. Damit war wieder alles offen.
Most guys probably thought, oh, the tournament's over, John's playing great, 4 shots clear, and on the first hole he made a huge mistake and brought everyone back into it.
I hold a good putt on the second. I think I remember holding I don't know, like a 25-footer for birdie, and then making a birdie on the next par 5, and then just my putter went just really, it just started glowing, I think.
Ritthammer konnte so weiterspielen und gab den Ton an.
I remember also that there were no leaderboards on the course on that final round, or I didn't see them, which helped me a lot, because that first win, I mean, the worst that you could do is just think about the win and think about the scoring out there.
Seine Landsleute unterstützten ihn am letzten Loch. Dank einer 67 übernahm er die Clubhausführung mit 12 unter Par und musste warten.
I only knew when I got to the 17th hole what was happening when I saw the leaderboard, and then managed to ask another player to check the scores online, and he told me, well, you got a birdie for the tie and eagle for the win, and I thought, okay, here we go, let's try and play the 18th.
Frittelli spielte an der 18 von Bunker zu Bunker und musste diesen zum Playoff lochen.
I remember staying at the clubhouse with the other German guys, and I think one of the refs was standing next to me, and he had a radio on, and I just asked him, okay, does that mean that I've won? And he said, yes.
From Germany, Bernd Ritthammer.
I had a lot of top 3 finishes on the Challenge Tour in the last years, so a very big relief to finally have a victory on my belt.
Während wir einen weiteren Premierensieger in Dänemark hatten, wurde es bei Turnier Nummer 12 in der Slowakei interessant. Es war das letzte Qualifikationsturnier für Olympia in Rio und 2 Profis kämpften noch um die Teilnahme.
We talked about it a little bit. I know, played with Espen a little bit and get along with him really well. So, we both were very keen to get there. I think I had to finish in the top 7. He had to finish 1 or 2, and then if he finished 1, he would get in, and 2, he needed some other results to go his way.
Ryan Fox benötigte noch das ein oder andere Birdie, da die Konkurrenz vorlegte.
I was pretty frustrated, to be honest. I'd played really nicely all day, had a lot of shots close, and really struggled with the putter, and figured I needed to do something to get back in the tournament, but to also, try to secure that place in the Olympics.
Mit 2 Eagles an der 14 und 15 lebten sowohl seine Olympiahoffnungen als auch seine Verfolgerposition hinter Kovstad und Langasque.
I was leading the tournament for all the round and he made birdie 17, birdie 18 and I was okay. Now you have to totally part to win the playoff or one birdie you will win.
Mit einem Paar zum Abschluss kam es zum ersten Playoff der Saison, das am zweiten Extraloch entschieden wurde.
I gave him the line because we have the same putt, just 10 centimeters before. I was not thinking he have 100% chance to put it in, but I was okay. You have the line. This is 3.5 meters. This is in playoff. Normally, if you miss your putt, Roman, you will lose.
Kovstad holte sich mit einem Birdie den Sieg und qualifizierte sich wie Ryan Fox für Olympia in Rio. Während sich Espen und Ryan auf Rio freuten, gab es eine Woche später in Troon Grund zur Freude für Henrik Stenson.
When you see guys from the Challenge Tour going to the tour and winning tournaments, you said, okay, he finished 5th or 10th or he won the Challenge Tour, so I have the same position as him, so maybe on tour I can do the same.
It's great to see Henrik, who has deserved to win a major for a long time now, was able to finally pull it off.
Während sich Stenson mit seinem Open-Sieg in der Finalrunde im Duell mit Mickelson in die Geschichtsbücher eintrug, schrieb 3000 Kilometer entfernt Niccolò Ravano auf La Gomera Geschichte. Ihm gelang nach Adrien Morg die zweite 59er-Runde auf der Tour. Allerdings konnte der Italiener nicht gewinnen. Der Titel ging an einen weiteren Franzosen. Eine Woche später gewann der Schwede Alexander Björk in Le Vaudreuil, Frankreich. Es war sein erster Challenge-Tour-Titel. Vor seinem letzten Turnier vor Rio spielte Ryan Fox im nordirischen Galgom Castle und zeigte erneut eine Top-Leistung.
I guess playing a tournament was a much better distraction than you're trying to practice for 2 weeks and leading up to the Olympics. I think I would have done my head in if I'd have done that, and obviously it was a pretty good decision to play that week.
I felt confident, I felt happy and good to go. I made a silly comment, I guess, to the media saying that if I shoot 4 or 5 under, I don't think anyone will be able to catch me. And lo and behold, probably the best round of the year came out of Ryan Fox.
I couldn't have asked for a better start, starting birdie eagle and a little bit of a hiccup on 3, but you sort of kept riding it, made some putts, and they just kept going in.
He had a couple of leaderboards on the course, and then you just saw his score getting lower and lower and lower, and you think, okay, this guy doesn't make it easy for us.
I made the calculation on the 15th tee. Hang on, he started at 5, and I started adding it up, and I was like, he could shoot close to 60 here.
After I 3-putted 16, I said to my caddy, if we birdied 17, I would have to drive her up the last. If I could make eagle to shoot 59, I would have, in the end, I played a little safe down 18, but thought did enter my head a couple of times that day. It's hard to win on any tour, and it's a great feeling to get the job done, and that really, really helped out for the rest of the year to, put me in a really good position to get a card.
Im August reiste die Tour zum ersten Mal seit 5 Jahren wieder nach Schweden. Bei der Swedish Challenge behielt ein Franzose im Playoff die Nerven und siegte. In Finnland pausierten einige aus den Top 10 und das öffnete die Tür für Romain Langasque, um den Druck auf den Führenden der Rangliste Jordan Smith zu erhöhen.
I was looking at other options in the middle of the season just to give me an income before I went to Finland, and that's changed all my life. An unbelievable talent. In that final day when I was playing with him, that was my main person who I thought, if I beat him, I'm going to win.
He was maybe 2 shot lead on 16, then I make a really good birdie on 17, so I was 1 shot to the lead on 18. No, I was just thinking about one more time, do your best, Romain, and we will see at the end.
Well, we're only this far apart, and my marker was on the left and he was on the right, and he did actually miss 1 or 2 putts from that distance. I actually didn't fancy him to hole it.
Während Walker gewann, holte sich Ex-Challenge-Tour-Spieler Justin Rose die olympische Goldmedaille. Ein tolles Ereignis für den Golfsport.
It's very important that golf is at the Olympics again. I'm looking forward to Tokyo.
It's hard to describe, it's just that bigger an event, something I never would have dreamed of. It was just awesome. That with playing the Open last year, it's the highlight of my golfing career, and it's something I'll definitely never forget.
Fox wurde in Rio geteilter 39. Aber bei nur noch 9 Tourturnieren kehrte er schnell zum Alltag zurück. Die besten 45 reisten zur Rolex Trophy nach Genf.
The focus from the Olympics was getting to Rolex and getting at least one day of prep there.
I really see it as a bit of a pressure cooker because it's the top 45 guys on the Challenge Tour. If you want to win that tournament, you've got to be on form, you've got to play well, and you've got to execute really well.
Vor der Finalrunde war der Südafrikaner auf den Fersen von Pep Angles.
I felt relaxed, I felt happy, obviously, and had a chance, 1 more round to go, but the fact that I'd been close a few times earlier in the year and I hadn't got the job done, so you got that in the back of your mind. But I managed to knuckle down well, and Langasque was playing great through the front nine, and I honestly thought I needed 5 or 6 under to catch him.
Final round, I start birdie, birdie, bogey, birdie, birdie, birdie. So I can't start any better, and I do my best. I didn't make any birdie on the back nine, but yeah, I was 4 under for last round is always good.
Once I'd done all the formalities, I went up to the balcony and saw he had dropped a shot on 17 and needed a birdie for the win. I saw his approach shot, and when he got over the putt, I couldn't watch it. I actually turned away. Obviously in the back of your mind you're thinking about what that number's going to be for 15th place on the rankings, and I figured out I was close to that number, but I really wanted to push on.
Bevor die 6 großen Turniere anstanden, waren noch 3 Events zu spielen. Bei der Bridgestone Challenge holte sich Thomas Detry einen beeindruckenden Sieg. Während der Belgier mit diesem Wahnsinnsvorsprung gewann, holte eine Woche später Alvaro Velasco an der Küste der Bretagne am Sonntag einen 8-Schläge-Rückstand auf und besiegte Alexander Knappe mit einem Schlag. Mount Wolseley war der Austragungsort der Volopa Irish Challenge und 2 Profis waren dabei, ihren 2. Saisonsieg einzufahren.
It was a bit of a different situation. Like Denmark, I was behind 4x4 shots, so I knew, okay, you have to play really well if you want to have a chance. And then Ireland was a bit the opposite round, so I was the one who was being chased. So I knew, okay, well, no one will give this to you.
I felt if I just keep doing what I'm doing, just keep playing and just keep putting the way I'm knocking it close and holding a few putts, I feel as if I could catch him towards 18, and then he didn't get off to the best of starts.
I had a very nervous start, 2 over through 3, which is not great. And I got momentum back on 7, and then 10, 11 were big breaks for me. Like Sam at that moment was playing really well.
Chipped it on 10 and then I hit it close on 11 but missed it. For some reason the ball just didn't go in the hole that day, and can't take it away from Byrne because he took it by the scruff of the neck.
And my tee shot was on the fairway, I knew, okay, well, this probably should be it. And then I hit a great shot. Actually hit a great shot in second into the green. And that from that moment on, I thought, okay, well, this is pretty cool.
Bernd Ritthammer war der erste Mehrfachsieger der Saison.
That season, and I thought it would be awesome to be the first to have a second win in my pocket, and then all of a sudden I had done it, and then that also so at that moment, and I was leading the rankings after that. That was a great moment. I won't forget that.
Ab Spätseptember standen noch 6 Turniere mit insgesamt 2 Millionen Euro Preisgeld auf dem Programm. Genügend Möglichkeiten also, um sich in die Top 15 zu verbessern.
Going outside of Europe, that's a better reflection of what the European Tour is, because obviously it's in China, the Middle East.
It's almost like playing majors on the big stage, so there is a couple of weeks a year where you want to be up top of your game.
Dabei gilt die Kasachstan Open als das Major der Challenge Tour mit dem höchsten Preisgeld.
If someone from having nothing goes and wins, say in Kazakhstan, then more or less got the tour card for next season. They could be 90th, say my position a few months before, then they can go and then finish in the 15th or 16th position.
Nach 54 Löchern sah es am besten für Sam Walker und Jordan Smith aus, ihre European Tour Karte vorzeitig zu sichern.
I wanted to win, obviously, but I wasn't sort of thinking about lifting the trophy or anything like that. I was just going out there and trying to beat Sam, to be honest. It sort of settled me down, got the nerves that I had, and sort of got me going for this round.
I didn't hit the best tee shot off the first, and I made a bogey. But then I just said, I've got to stay patient.
He definitely found his groove going into the back nine for sure. He'd just hold the crucial putts when I didn't.
Felt as if I definitely can catch him. I birdied 9, which was a great birdie, and he 3-putted. Just felt that I've got the edge of going into the back 9 here with doing what I'm doing and after winning the tournament not long ago.
I think he shot 3 under last round, which was awesome out there in those conditions.
Win-wise and where it's put me now, and it's definitely at the top, I would say, definitely.
2 ausgezeichnete Sommermonate brachten Sam Walker zurück auf die European Tour. Ende September golfte sich Johan Edfors zu seinem ersten Titel innerhalb von 2 Jahren. Seit 2013 fliegt die Tour in den fernen Osten und nach China, um 2 der letzten 4 Turniere zu spielen. Der Trip ist nicht nur aus spielerischer Sicht ein Erlebnis. Und dieses Mal reichte es für den nächsten Sieg von Alex Knappe. Er gewann die Hainan Open. Sein zweiter Erfolg sicherte ihm die European Tour-Karte. Nur eine Woche später bei der Foshan Open spielte Knappe erneut um den Sieg mit. Dieses Mal mit Marcus Armitage und Mathieu Pavon.
I was like, oh, okay, if I finish 10th, I can earn like 10,000 pounds, or it might be good enough and everything. And then I said, stop. Tomorrow you're gonna play and try to win your first tournament. The thing is, Alex, at this time I had won 2 times, I think. So in my head I was, okay, Marcus is going to be tough for him because he's not that good at the ranking. So he needs to win to go on tour next year.
I was on the bus to the airport and we had the scores going through, and when I saw he won, I was really happy for him, and obviously that helped out my situation a little bit as well, so I have to buy him a drink.
Während Pavon und Armitage sich über ihre Tourkarte freuen durften, holte sich Jordan eine Woche später bei der Ras Al Khaimah Golf Challenge den 2. Saisonsieg.
win sort of set my place at the top there again, so I was able to just go out there and enjoy this week.
There's a lot of drama, and some people will cry, some people will smile at the end.
If you're close, you go, oh, I've always got one more week, but in Oman you don't. It's, you know, it's the be-all and end-all. If you're on the bubble, you need to have a good week.
Beim Saisonfinale konnten bereits einige der Top 15 befreit aufspielen. Bubbleboy Pep Angles dagegen hoffte, seine zuletzt gute Form halten zu können.
I just set up my mind not to waste any time doing numbers. I just tried to stick to my game plan.
Der Ranglistenführende Jordan Smith realisierte, dass ihn keiner mehr einholen konnte.
I was just soaking it all in, just seeing my mum, my auntie and coach all on the balcony there, and just knowing that it was sort of set in stone that I've accomplished what I'd always wanted to do this year, and it was nice just to relax and enjoy it.
Weiterhin blieb es spannend.
Suddenly we make bogey 10, bogey 11, and I feel like everything is going the wrong way.
Aber Angles gab nicht auf.
On number 14, we hole out from like 15-20 yards. And that gives us some positive momentum at that point that we really needed it. And then we just part in. We make 4 pars to finish, the toughest 4 pars in my life, I'd say.
Der Spanier verbesserte sich auf Rang 13. Stalter war nun näher dran an der Marke und musste mit ansehen, wie nur noch Adrien Sadier und Jens Dantorp seine European Tour Träume zerstören konnten.
Doesn't happen too often that you can relax a little bit and just enjoy that you've played a good season.
Was für eine Woche, was für eine Saison für Bernd Ritthammer. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Als der Vorhang einer erneut fantastischen Saison fiel, konnte Jordan Smith die Trophäe des Ranglistengewinners hochhalten und sich mit den anderen Qualifizierten auf eine hoffentlich erfolgreiche Saison 2017 freuen. Stimmungen und Stimmen der Besten der Saison 2016.
I was really proud. You know, I felt this really strong sense of emotion.
France, Damien Perrier, Jose Felipe Lima, and legend that is Marcus Armitage, Duncan Stewart, Romain Langas.
I made the cut at the Masters. I will be on the tour next year.
From South Africa, Dylan Fratelli.
It really was a spectacular year for me. I guess it just proved that all the hard work I've been putting in has finally paid off.
From Sweden, Alexander Björk, Matthew Pavon.
It was an amazing season. I mean, I just missed one cut and I haven't played golf like that in my life.
From England, Sam Walker.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, it was enjoyable, and it's proven that now that I had got the bug back.
From New Zealand, Ryan Fox.
I learned a lot from it and happy to be in a slightly better position this year.
From Germany, Alexander Gnappi.
I'm heading now to the European Tour. That is just amazing, and I never thought about it at the beginning of the year.
Bernd Ritthammer.
Since 2007, I had to go to Q school, so pleased to not have to go there.
From England, Jordan Smith.
Mind-blowing, and just, yeah, an experience I'll never forget for sure. Looking on the trophy there and seeing all the names and just thinking what they've accomplished now, and just knowing that it stands me in good stead to go on and hopefully do what they've done.